Why Defeatist is the best designed drawback in competitive Pokemon. So in my last video, a lot of people talked about how Slacking's ability was meant to be flawed. And well, it was supposed to be a flaw. I don't think that the ability itself should be flawed. So what's the difference? I would say that having a flaw is a weakness. While if the ability is flawed, or more so, if something is fundamentally flawed, it means that it cannot function for one reason or another. And I think that Archeops has a flaw that is very unflawed in how it operates. So what is Archeops' flaw? Well, it has the drawback ability of Defeatist. Defeatist means that when Archeops is at half health or less, its attack and speed are halved. While this is clearly a flaw, why isn't it fundamentally flawed? Well, Archeops can still function as a usable Pokemon. Don't get me wrong, the ability is still of detriment to Archeops. However, Archeops is still definitely usable even with Defeatist. So why is Archeops usable when Slacking isn't? Well, Archeops has no fatal weakness like Slacking has, in that Protect can shut down Slacking fully. Because of the immediate power that Archeops brings to the table, it can be a very good Pokemon in the right circumstances. Archeops only has one small thing that I would consider flawed, that being that it has the Rock type as a secondary typing. This means that if it wants to run secondary stab options, you need to rely on Rock type moves, which all have terrible accuracy. Both Stone Edge and Head Smash have 80 accuracy, and Head Smash has a half recoil, making it very likely to trigger Defeatist. Archeops is a Pokemon that cannot afford to miss an attack. If you miss an attack, Archeops will likely take a hit, and due to its poor defenses, will likely enter Defeatist range. This makes Archeops a very high-risk, high-reward Pokemon. Honestly, the only thing I dislike about Archeops is its low defenses. Because of these low defenses, Defeatist isn't as interesting to play with. If Archeops had higher defenses, then you could use Roost to heal, and be able to go back and forth between being in and out of Defeatist range. Something else with Archeops is how much it hates Stealth Rocks. Archeops will take 25% from Stealth Rocks, bringing it ever closer to Defeatist range. Fortunately, heavy-duty boots exist, though being forced to run them definitely isn't doing Archeops any favors. When it comes to VGC, I would assume Archeops would be absolutely atrocious. In VGC, bulk tends to be more important to a Pokemon, and turns are more valuable, making it even harder to get a turn to Roost back above 50%. This means that Archeops is playing at 50% health, and will either just die or sit on the field uselessly. So in my last video, I talked about how I would consider to fix Truant. So how would I consider to fix Defeatist? Well, it's not really broken, but I still have an interesting idea on improving Defeatist. You see, many consider the explanation behind Defeatist as an ability is that Archeops can only fly for so long. It cannot fly after taking enough hits. Being unable to fly would then hamper Archeops' ability to attack an opponent. However, this seems like it shouldn't apply to special attack like it currently does. So what if Defeatist only affected attack instead of special attack? Archeops has a usable special attack stat of 112, and this change would allow it to function as a physical attacker that could then transition into a special attacker as a round went on. Well, I don't think Archeops needs it. Archeops isn't great, but not every Pokemon can be. Archeops can do stuff though, and it has a niche in lower tiers. So yeah, I guess I've got 2 more videos to make then, for the other 2 drawback Pokemon. Well, that'll be fun. I also gotta make that 100 subscriber special sometime. Anyways, I thank you for watching. If you want to, I would love it if you subscribed. And if you liked the video, like it. If you didn't, dislike it, and tell me what I can do better in the comments. Anyways, see you later.